Hey guys, so today we're going to be reviewing some new Funko products. I know it sounds kind of crazy. I know, like, Funko products from FNAF that are worth reviewing nowadays. It's crazy. And as per usual with my reviews, I'm reviewing them a bit before their original retail release. These are the brand new Funko SNAPS figures. We've got Roxanne Wolf, Helpy, and STAFF Bot, who I actually got two of because you can't just have one STAFF Bot, you know? Hope you guys like this new, review setup. I got, Morbid Freddy up here and then the cutout there. Yeah, I just thought this setup would look nice, and I think it does. So, yeah, I assume we should probably start off with Roxanne Wolf, because she kind of completes a set that we already started with the Glamrock animatronics, so let's look into this figure first. And I've got all the other Security Breach Snaps out just for a point of reference, because these are specifically part of that set. You can see on the back of the box it is not advertising any of the other waves. It's interesting, though, because I figured this would be labeled as, like, a Series 2. This is Series 1, obviously, but it's just labeled as new on the back of the box, which is, okay. I suppose it isn't quite big enough to make for a full wave. I guess that makes sense. But that does imply they have plans for more Security Breach Snaps, which I think is pretty exciting. I'd like to see some sets of, like, I don't know, Mimic's Cave would be a cool play set with a Mimic figure, obviously. We can maybe see, like, some of the Ruined designs. Maybe Mexis would be cool. I'd love to see some of that stuff, but, yeah. I'm honestly surprised they did Helpy in this set instead of Sun and Moon or something. But, yeah, let's just get into it. Boxed here. Pretty standard, same as the other ones. We got a Roxy render there, which is official, which is nice. They have been using some fan renders on these, which is very iffy, but, yeah, this Roxy render is official, which is good. So, yeah, I guess we'll open it. So, Funko Snaps, one thing I like about them, they're very, very easy to open. Like, they literally take 2 seconds, and they're not, like, strapped into the box with a million ties or anything. So, we'll just pop all our pieces out here. And, yeah, let's look at the figure. Alright, so here is Roxanne Wolf, and this figure looks pretty dang good. Obviously doesn't have, like, the stripes and stuff on her, arm warmers and leg warmers, but Chica didn't have that either, and neither did, I guess Monty did, but it makes sense, because these are very small figures, so you can't really cram in too much detail, but, yeah, the sculpt on the hair and the tail specifically look very, very good. That looks fantastic. Yeah, I think they did a really good job translating the hair on here, which seems to be a problem with Funko, because if you remember Roxy's original action figure, the hair and tail, did not look this good. It's clear that this was made with no reference material. This was made with all the reference material, which is good. At least they're improving. You know, this is a good Roxy figure. I wish the action figure was this quality standard, but oh well. But yeah, everything about this, the outfit and everything, the sculpt and stuff, she looks very, very good. This is they adapted her pretty well. Her mask does seem to not go in quite as far as the other characters. It also seems like it's kind of, like, it caves in more than the other figures. Like, let me give an example. Look at, like, Chica's mask, for example, put next to Roxy. You see Roxy's is much, like, deeper, which is interesting. But yeah, you can see the Glamrock Endo under there. It's the exact same one that all the other Glamrock animatronics had, and it still looks good. Now we got the Shattered Face, which Chica and Monty also had some shattered faces, which is probably my favorite features of these figures. But sadly, Roxy's doesn't seem to be quite as good. I do like how they added, like, all the burn marks around the face and stuff for, like, the tire tracks, whatever it's supposed to be. I like how that looks a lot. I like the wires coming out of the eyes and stuff. This is a very, very cool sculpt. But the problem is, the point of Shattered Roxy is the fact that she's missing her eyes. So, to have her still have her eyes like this is just the lamest thing ever. Like, seriously, you had one job, Funko. You had one single job, and then why wasn't it just like because, like, masks for characters like Vanny and stuff obviously covers the whole face. Masks for characters like Monty covers the whole face with the sunglasses. I don't see why they couldn't have just sculpted over the eyes and had it it just be black over there and the mask covers up the eyes, because with the eyes visible, this looks kind of bad. Now, you can just put, like, a black piece of paper inside the mask or something, and it covers it up pretty nicely, and it looks fine, but, like, still, I would have preferred if they just sculpted it over and put, like, the scary red eyes and stuff, because this does not really translate too well. Like, maybe if it was like a standard rule for Snaps that the eyes had to be visible underneath the mask, then I'd get it. But no, they've made 4 figures in the past where the mask has completely covered the eyes, so I don't see why that was a thing. So yeah, disappointing shattered face, to say the least. Very, very disappointing here. However, I do think she looks pretty dang good with her regular face, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little crappy that it's not like how it should be with the shattered face, because I do like displaying them with the shattered face. I have Chica display with the shattered face on, obviously. I got a Monty display with the shattered face on, and I would have liked to buy 2 Roxys to go with the shattered face, but honestly, I don't even think I will, because I don't like how it looks. Now, she has her accessory, which is her keytar, which, sadly, she can't really hold that well. Like, this is the best I could get, and, like, let me fix your face, but, like, this is the best I could get, and I would have preferred if the keys were facing out to the front, because this looks really awkward. Yeah, kind of sucks there, because, like, Monty and Chica could hold their guitars fine, so I guess the keytar is a bit thicker at the top, but I feel like they could have been easily avoided if they just had made it thinner up there, but oh well. Not like action figures who come with accessories but can't hold their accessories is something uncommon for Funko. They tend to do that a lot. Like, Freddy can't really hold his mic stand, but that's not really a problem because it's supposed to sit in front of him anyway, so I didn't even register to me that that was a problem because, you know, he shouldn't be holding his mic stand. It's in front of him for a reason. It's a stand. But, oh well, I suppose we should move on to Staff Bot. Alright, so here we got the Staff Bot here. Looks pretty nice in the box, his Staff Bot. They didn't do like the little dots in between the letters here, because Staff Bot is technically an acronym. Even though they don't explain what the acronym is in the game, I don't think ever. But yeah, they did just label it Staff Bot, which I think is fine, because Staff Bot makes just as much sense. Yeah. You can see it says there's 6 pieces here. We got him here. I believe that's a fan render. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe that is an official Staff Bot render. I'm not really sure if there are official Staff Bot renders, though, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't have the asset for it, but yeah, I don't believe that is a 100% official render there. But at least this is official model, so it's not really that huge of a deal, but yeah. There he is there. I guess let's get him open. One open too smoothly there. Alright, let's pop him out. Jeez, he's... So, a bit of a problem here. When I was opening him, his flashlight fell out of the package, and I cannot find it. It fell on the floor somewhere. But, his flashlight does appear to be identical to the one Vanessa has, so I'm just gonna steal hers. Alright, so here is the Staff Bot figure, and I think he looks pretty good. I like him a lot. He's definitely my favorite of these 3, unless Helpy has some awesome feature that makes him grow on me more. But, yeah, I like this one a lot. The side profile is a bit rough, but from the front, he looks pretty great. They did a really great job translating this design. I really hope to see an action figure of the Staff Bot eventually. I don't think that's too likely, but I just think having a bunch of Staff Bots to be with my Security Breach figures would be pretty cool looking. But yeah, he looks pretty good. I like how his eyes look and everything. The wheels do not roll, sadly, but they are flat at the bottom, so he won't have any trouble standing. It is specifically the Security Bot version. I could see them doing other versions in the future, maybe like the Chef Bot or just like the standard one. Because the security one does have some differences, like the spiked shoulders and the little badge here and the hat. So it'd be nice to see a bit of a more standard Security Bot eventually. But yeah. He holds the flashlight pretty perfectly. There's not really any issues with the connection there. He holds it basically exactly how you'd want him to. Well, I guess he's not holding it out forward, but you could just position it like this and it is facing forward. So yeah, pretty cool figure here. Pretty cool. I don't know if... I believe his hat is actually identical to the one that Vanessa wears. Yeah, it does appear to be the exact same hat. His is a bit more shiny, though. And now that I think about it, the Funko statue Vanessa had a hat, but it does appear to be a different sculpt. It's a bit more detailed than the ones that the Snaps have, but it didn't even register to me that they could have reused the sculpt there, but they did not. Yeah, pretty cool figure. I like him a lot. Although... similar to Roxy, his alternate face is kind of a miss. It's not that great. I do like the Staff Bot Endo here. It's very, very accurate to the game, but the separate mask that he has is based on the Sewer Bot that appears right outside of Afton's little lair, or the Pizza Sim location. It is the exact same mask as for like the one-off broken staff bot that patrols around the FNAF 6 location. That staff bot appears once in the entire game, and he does nothing. If he grabs you, it triggers nothing because there's no animatronics to attack you down there. Why did they base it off of that one? It should have been the Nightmarian bot with like the creepy face. I feel like that would have been easier for one, because you don't even have to make a new sculpt for that. You can just paint over this one. Two, why? It's not even like dirty. So what's even the point of it? Like the Nightmarian bots show up wearing the security uniform in the Phaser Blast ending, so it would have made perfect sense. But nope, we got crappy Shattered Face, which, I mean, it looks fine, but I mean, this is just like not the alternate staff bot face that people would want, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I guess we'll put him next to Roxy here. And now let's go for the last one here, which is Helpy. Now, Helpy's interesting here because he is labeled as part of the Security Breach line, which Helpy is in Security Breach quite a bit. He's especially prominent in Ruin, but it's specifically Helpy with an I. This specific FNAF 6 iteration of Helpy isn't in Security Breach, so I think it's interesting that he is still labeled as a Security Breach figure. I guess the differentiation between them doesn't really matter that much, but it's interesting. It would be cool to see one in his little worker uniform. I would have expected that from the Security Breach line, but I don't know. FNAF 6 Helpy, I'm never going to complain to see him. He's nice. He's got a little balloon accessory and stuff. The render up there is from Scott, which looks very jarring next to the Security Breach logo, but oh well. Yeah, let's get him open. Alright, so here we've got Helpy, and this is a really good figure. I like this guy. I don't know if I like him quite as much as the staff bot, but I think he is objectively a better figure. The detail on him looks basically perfect. He looks just like Helpy. This would actually work pretty well with your action figure displays, so if you're not really collecting snaps but you want a Helpy figure, this would look great with the other FNAF figures. Like, you put him with the Pizza Sim figures, and I think he fits right in. He looks pretty perfect there. He honestly might fit in with the action figures better than he does with the snaps, because Helpy is not this big, so I think he might honestly fit better with your action figure displays than he would with your snaps displays, which I think is pretty cool. I like the idea of using Funko Snaps as an opportunity to make figures of a lot of smaller characters. However, Helpy is kind of the only one that really makes sense, though, because Helpy obviously has the proportions of the Snaps figures already, so he just kind of is going to look like Helpy if you make him a Snaps figure. Any other small characters, like Plush Trap, for example, wouldn't translate this that well. But I don't know. Maybe they did like a Nightmarion and they can make it look like the plushie from Security Breach. That'd be cool. That's just a random example I thought of. They can make a plush baby, and a plush baby would probably translate pretty well to Snaps. But yeah, I like the idea of making smaller characters in the Snaps line, but they would fit in with your action figures. That's cool. And one thing I don't like, I feel like his eyes might be a little too far back in there. I wish they stuck out further, so because he does look a little soulless. I don't like the shadow going over his eyes constantly. Obvious depending on lighting, because if I put the light towards him, oh gosh, that is bright. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, if you put the light towards him, he definitely looks a lot better, but yeah, I don't really like how deep his eyes are in there, but that's also a problem with a lot of the Snaps figures. I think he looks pretty good. I like him a lot. The whole overall sculpt here, obviously he's Helpy, so he's very simple, but I do think they translated him pretty dang well. He does have this thing that I don't really like on any figure, where it's got like the bottom of the torso color, but when you turn it, just like misaligns. I really don't like when figures do that, just in any line. And sadly, he does have that. I feel like you could have done without this two pieces for the torso and the legs, but I get it because they wanted to be standard with the rest of the line and be able to swap the parts like you're supposed to. But yeah, Helpy looks pretty good. If we take off his mask here, you can see he has an endo here, but I don't believe this is based on any specific pre-existing endo. I think Funko did just make up a Helpy endo. but pretty cool. I think he might have an endo in Help Wanted 2. He might. I think it's just the brain part of the endo, though. I don't think they show the face of the Helpy's endo, but yeah, that is the only instance I can think of, but I feel like Funko probably just made this up, which, you know, understandable. I mean, what else are you gonna do? We got a happy face for him, too, which covers the entire face, so I don't know why Roxy was a problem, but okay. Yeah, and the happy face, this looks pretty good. I like this one. This is very joyous. And he comes with an accessory, which is his balloon, and that is the thickest string I've ever seen on a balloon ever. It looks ridiculous. I get it so they can make it fit in his hand properly, but I just think it's really funny that the stick is just that thick because it looks kind of absurd. But yeah, no, this is a really, really good Helpy figure. I think I like Staff Bot more, but just objectively, if you're gonna get any figure in this wave, get Helpy. He is a must-have. Like, I seriously can't think of many things wrong with this figure. I think he's just, like, pretty good. Like, the other two definitely have their little, like, weird decisions and stuff. Helpy, he's just good. This is just a good figure. I think he looks a bit better with the closed eyes, just because it eliminates the problem with the Snaps eyes being too far back, but yeah, he's very cool. I like him. Alright, so that is Series 2 of the Security Breach Snaps, I guess. Pretty dang awesome. I like these a lot. These are very, very good. If I had to give any critiques, I'd say I wish it was another full wave and they had more characters here, because I feel like this is a very odd set to release, just like randomly, just this random assortment of characters, but it is nice that they exist. I appreciate it. It does kind of round off the Security Breach set well, because Roxy was obviously a glaring character that was missing, and I'm glad that they actually did make her, because she's going to look nice with the other ones. And then obviously Helpy and Staff Bot open the door for some variants in the future. They could make the Nightmarion evil Staff Bot, and they could obviously make the Security Breach Ruin Helpy, so it's cool there. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I hope they do more with the Snaps line, because I do genuinely think it's one of their best lines they have going on right now. And if they keep putting out good figures from it, I think we could definitely have like one of the best sets of FNAF figures, because they're clearly a lot more willing to go back to older stuff with Snaps than they are with the action figure line. Just like example, we got Toy Freddy. But yeah, like and subscribe, please.